Right, yes. Thank you very much for staying with us once again and joining us for yet another fantastic update. The people of Ghana have given me the message to give it to Chris Hutton concerning the African Cup of Nations 2023, which we will be playing in January 2024. What are the expectations of Ghanaians ahead of the African Cup of Nations? What message are Ghanaians giving me? What message is Ghanaians giving me to give to Coach Hutton, okay, so that everything will go on well with the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars, as we prepare for the African Cup of Nations. And in fact, it is about the main tournament, African Cup of Nations. Okay, it is not about the preparations, but the main tournament, African Cup of Nations. Thank you very much for staying with us. Yes, concentrate on the message and not the other things I put. It's the key. The point is the points. The main points are the ones you have to concentrate on. It's not the other things. Yeah. Thank you very much for staying with us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying. Now, the Black Stars of Ghana will be playing in the African Cup of Nations 2023, which will be played in January 2024, from the 13th of January to around the 12th of February. Now, the thing is that we have to look at the history of the Black Stars coming into this particular AFCON. Our last two African Cup of Nations have been a disaster. 2019 African Cup of Nations, okay, Ghana Black Stars were eliminated in the round of 16 by Tunisia. Tunisia eliminated Black Stars on penalties. We even struggled to qualify from our group to the round of 16, and the round of 16 we were eliminated. Now, fast forward, we went to the 2021 African Cup of Nations, which was staged in Cameroon. That one too, we were eliminated from the group stage. We went with Milovan Rajvac, who were eliminated from the group stages. In fact, 3 teams qualified from our group: Morocco, Gabon, and then Comoros. Comoros, who was participating in his first African Cup of Nations, even qualified out of the group than Ghana. In fact, Ghana were eliminated from the group. So we've been doing very bad in our two previous African Cup of Nations, and Ghanaians wouldn't like that to repeat at all. And that's the first message Ghanaians says that I should give to Coach Hutton. That look, Coach Hutton, you cannot fail at the Black Stars with this particular AFCON. There is no way you can fail. And even if you want to fail, you cannot fail, because why should you fail? What is the justification for you to fail? There's no justification. One, our players are very much informed. Don't forget that in the 2021 African Cup of Nations, we didn't go with Kudus Mohammed, who was at that time very good and was playing for Ajax. He was injured and couldn't join the squad. We went with the likes of Wakasu, Dede Ayu, Jordan Ayu, Richmond Boachi Yadom, Bernard Tete. You see, the quality of the team then, no, it wasn't so good, even though that's not the reason why Comoros should eliminate us from the group. But then the point is that the Black Stars coach, Chris Hutton, currently, he has all the quality he deserves, or he would wish to do very well at the next African Cup of Nations. And that's the substantive point. Look at that point. Now look at the Ghana Black Stars. When you go to St. Gallen, Lawrence Atizigi is winning the best goalkeeper in Switzerland League. Last season, he won the best goalkeeper in the Swiss League. He's our goalkeeper. Yes, he's not the best of goalkeepers we would wish for, but he's our goalkeeper and he's doing very well. Over the weekend, he did very well for his team, St. Gallen versus FC Zurich. Look at our back line. We have the likes of Alexander Jiku with Fenerbahce, from Strasbourg to Fenerbahce, doing very well with Fenerbahce. They are leading the Turkish league as I speak to you. They've lost like 1 game or so. Alexander Jiku is there. There is Mohamed Salisu of AS Monaco. There is Daniel Amate coming in with a lot of experience. Okay, come to the midfield. You have the likes of Mohamed Kudus. You have Saleh Samed Abdo, Champions League team. Al Sealers was in the Champions League. They've now moved to the Europa League. Mohamed Kudus scoring goals. A lot of goals. This weekend scored brace for his team, West Ham United, scoring the Europa League, in the English Premier League. He's doing exceptionally well. Look at Ernest Nuama, very promising young talent. Joseph Pencil, he also scored a goal over the weekend. He's been scoring from last season for his side, KRC Genk. He just can't stop scoring. for KRC Genk. So you see the quality of the players I'm mentioning too. We have the profile to do very well at the African Cup of Nations. I'm not saying we should go and win it. It's not about winning, but embarrassment there. We don't like embarrassment. In this African Cup of Nations, we don't want any embarrassment in our team. We don't want group stage exit. We don't want round 16 exit. We don't want Minos beating us. Minos. Look, don't forget that Comoros has beaten us back to back. They beat us in the African Cup of Nations. World Cup qualifiers to Comoros beat us. We don't expect Minos like Cape Verde, like Mozambique, like Minos in Africa beating us. All because of Blasters, you are not good. I've given you the profile of the players. Look at Inaki Williams. He's having his best season with Athletic Bilbao. This season, his best season. About 8 goals scored in the league so far. Look at Antoine Semenyo. He's also having his best season since he joined Bournemouth this season. About 2 goals scored, 1 or 2 assists over there. In the English Premier League, Antoine Semenyo playing day in, day out, getting a lot of minutes than previous season. Just look at our players. Just look at them. All of them are in form. All of them are scoring goals. Osman Bukari, they don't say it. Osman Bukari. When you go to Red Star Belgrade in Serbia, he's scoring goals. When he comes to the Champions League too, he's scoring goals. He's the top scorer and most the player with more goals contribution in the Champions League for Red Star Belgrade in terms of goals and assists. We have the men to do very well at the African Cup of Nations. And that is the ultimate message Ghanaians say I should give to Coach Chris Hughton. There is no excuse. You don't have any excuse. Unless before the tournament, we hear a lot of injured players. But as we sit now, where we stand right now, even the number of injured players cannot be an excuse for the Black Stars coach not to do well, because I've already spelled out the number of Black Stars players who are doing very well and are in form. So the minimum requirement is reaching the quarterfinals or getting out of our group. In fact, based on our history, the minimum requirement is getting out of our group. And don't forget that this particular coach, Chris Hughton, he cannot win away games. And the African Cup of Nations, you are going to play them away. All the games, they are away games. Yes, they are. You are not playing at Babayara. When he's at Babayara or Accra Sports Stadium, that's where he will score last minute goal or 3 goals at the Accra Sports Stadium. But this one, all of them are away games, and our coach hasn't won any away game. It is either he's drawing or he's losing. So, Coach Chris Hughton, you have a job to do and you have a work to do. We are paying you very much. We know that you are a coach of much experience. And look, if you look at sending Milovan Rajevac to the last AFCON and sending Chris Hughton to the incoming AFCON, that is an upgrade. Chris Hughton is an upgrade on Milovan. Based on everything, every analysis you make, Chris Hughton is supposed to be an upgrade on Milovan. So the least requirement is qualifying us from a group involving Egypt, Mozambique, Cape Verde, and Ghana. Qualify us from the group. We don't care how you qualify, just qualify. When you reach the round of 16, depending on the team we face, we will come back and tell you what Ghanaians are saying. And you have to actually qualify us from the round of 16 to the quarterfinals. If like come out in the quarterfinals, we will understand. But Coach Chris Hughton, we need you to understand that the people of Ghana are supporting you and are in full support of you as the Black Stars coach. They want you to do well with the Black Stars when we go to the African Cup of Nations. And it's very, very important that you get this into the minds of the players, the minds of the technical team, and everybody around the team, that you are going to the AFCON to do very well and not just to go and talk and defend everything and explain everything. Everything you'll be explaining. And don't go and explain. Give us results. It's the only thing we are looking for. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again for yet another fantastic video. Let me know your thoughts, comments, views, opinions in the comment section of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.